Hello, I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. Today's the third day that I'm talking about the book, The Four Agreements. And I'm sharing these agreements with you because they have profoundly affected my life. And the reason for that is they have caused me to look at things in different ways. And perhaps this all resonates with me so very much because it perfectly dovetails with the way I coach. Seeing things from a different perspective, trying to understand. Let's learn and let's grow. So we've talked about two of the agreements already. The first is be impeccable with your word. Be aware of what you are saying. Only use words, tone of voice that are intentional because they carry weight. They convey so much. So often we regret what we've said, and this helps us to not have those regrets. Be impeccable with your words. For me, also prompts me to actually express and say what's on my mind or on my heart. The second, which we talked about yesterday, was don't take anything personally. Big, isn't it? So somebody says something awful to me and I shouldn't take it personally. That's right. Because it's not about me. What they are saying is something they feel a desire or a need to express. I can simply let it fall to the ground. I do not need to receive it. I like to imagine that bubble, that force field. Or the cone of silence from Get Smart, because I'm a child of the 60s. It doesn't need to be received by me unless I choose. This is empowering. It can feel overwhelming and really difficult, and believe me, I am a work in progress. And if you are too, that's okay. But remembering that what somebody says or does is about them, not about me. That has a flip side. Everything I say and do is about me, not about anybody else. So for these 4 days, I'm talking about the 4 agreements. And in my head, it might be, oh my gosh, people need to hear this. And I hope it's received and helpful for you. But the truth is, if I get really down to the foundation, I feel a need to explore and express about these agreements. I feel a deep longing and urge to share them with you in hopes that they are helpful to you. You always have the opportunity to accept or let them go. Today is the third agreement. Don't make assumptions. Wowzer! It's right up there with don't take anything personally, isn't it? When we're going through grief, there are all kinds of assumptions, aren't there? Again and again and again we hear, if this person loved me, they would know. If they cared about me, they'd show up. So we will take that another step further. They don't care. They're not interested. They're just mean-spirited. I wonder what other assumptions we've made. And the truth is we don't know what's going on, do we? We never know what's going on in somebody else's head and heart, even if there's somebody who lives in another room in this house. My husband's on the other end of the house. There's a couple of doors separating us right now. And while I assume that he's doing certain things, I know he's having another cup of coffee. I don't know, do I? Because I can't see him. I know he poured another cup of coffee. I assume he's doing certain things for certain reasons. But how do I know? Whether people show up or not, whatever they say or don't say, whatever they do or don't do, Do we truly know the entire story? When we make assumptions, we often hurt ourselves. We often damage our relationships. We make a story. It's completely natural, it's normal, it's human. Because we want to understand. We automatically build a story about anything because it's how we learn. It's how we process. Good, bad, and indifferent. We have a story. But when we learn not to make assumptions, and again, it's a continual learning for me, maybe not for you, it helps us to ask those questions. It helps us to give others the benefit of the doubt. Did they not call because they don't care about me? Maybe I don't know that their phone was on the fritz. Did they not show up because I'm meaningless? Maybe they were afraid they would hurt me that day. Did they not do what I expected them to do? Do I know that somebody in their house had the flu and maybe they were caring about me? They didn't offer to walk my dog. Maybe they thought I'd appreciate the opportunity to walk my dog myself because that's something I've always enjoyed. We don't know, and so we make a story. This is about everything in our life. Some things it's harmless, but things that affect us deeply or that we feel strongly about always bear some investigation. We don't have to be nosy, but we can ask questions, or we can offer the benefit of the doubt. When my boys were teenagers and learning to drive, they used to roll their eyes when I'd say, give somebody the benefit of the doubt. But it's the same thing. I used to tell them, if you're driving and somebody cuts you off, please don't flip them off, don't lose your mind, don't swear and get angry because you don't know what happened. Maybe their dog died. Maybe they're racing to an emergency. Maybe they're late for work. Maybe they're a jerk. But there are so many possibilities that we don't know about. Don't assume. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Somebody didn't call. Maybe they didn't know we'd welcome the call. Maybe they were afraid to call. Maybe there was a reason. Somebody said something harsh. Ooh, cats. That happens a lot, doesn't it? Maybe there's more to the story. Maybe it felt harsh to us and they felt as though it would be helpful. There was a woman at my son's funeral who said something to me that just sort of made my jaw drop. And these 4 agreements got me through it so easily because I realized if I had taken what she said personally, I would have been furious. If I had made the assumption that she said it to hurt me, I would have been devastated. But instead, because these agreements had become a very real part of my life, I understood that she was saying what she felt needed to be said, and I didn't know what was going through her head to make it seem reasonable that this comment would be helpful to me. I believe that was her intention. I could be wrong. When we make assumptions, we decide this is the story. I wonder how we can find out. Sometimes we don't need to find out. Sometimes we do. Before we decide to end a relationship or harbor a grudge, I encourage you to ask yourself, do I truly know everything that's going on? If I don't, could I be missing a piece that might help? Is there something I could know that would help me breathe through this? Don't make assumptions. It's big. It's really big. All of these agreements are, though, aren't they? As I said, they're very simple, but that doesn't make them easy. And still, I find them profoundly wise and incredibly helpful for me. They've helped me so much along my journey, long before my son died. And I find that they continue to help me every day. How about you? Any of the agreements that we've talked about so far, be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Or today, don't make assumptions. How do these resonate with you? How do they fit into your life? Where do you see yourself? Are they helpful to you? And if so, in what way? I hope so. Because the truth is, it's my intention to share something that's been so helpful for me and to hope that they're helpful for you. If they're not, let them go. If they are, I encourage you to lean into them and find your way. I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. Namaste.